Compound interest. There are two types of compound interest. Number one, simple interest. Simple interest is based on the original principal. Number two, compound interest. Compound interest is based on the principal that grows from one interest interval to others. Interest that earned is compounded or converted into principal P and earned interest thereafter. Case study 1. Compound interest. Number 1. Shuhada plans to take a loan of 50,000 from a bank. She get two different options for her loan. The first option charges an interest 4.4% compounded monthly, while the second option charges an interest rate of 4.42% compounded semi-annually. If Shuhada plans to make the loan for 10 years. Question A. Calculate the amount of interest charged from each option. How to find P? You need to use this formula, which is S equal P bracket 1 plus I bracket E square root N. S stand for simple interest, P stand for principal, I stand for interest, and lastly N stand for M multiply T. We use this formula. So S equal 50,000 bracket 1 plus 0.044 divide 12 bracket square root 120. We calculate this amount and then you will get 77,572.91. We will get this interest charge for first option. The second option, we do same things. Use the same formula. S equal 50,000 bracket 1 plus 0.0221 bracket square root 20. Calculate this amount and then you will get 77417.26. This is second option of interest charge. How to know? And we use to I equal S minus P. S is 77572.91 minus 50,000 and then you will get 27572.91. Second option, use the same formula. I equal S minus P. 77417.26 minus 50,000 and then you will get 24417.26. Question B is, which offer should Shuhada choose? Give a reason. Shuhada should choose second option because second option not much interest is just compared first option.
So I will explain about the case study 2, compound interest. Question number 2, part E. So RMX has been invested in an investment scheme for 36 months. The interest rate earned was 3.5% compounded quarterly. If the accumulated amount was RM 11,102.3 cents. So the question is calculate the value of X. So we got PRMX K equal to 3.5% or 0.035, T equal to 36 over 12, M equal 4, S equal RM 11,102.3 cents. I equal K over M equal to 0.035 over 4. You got 0.00300,875. So for N, we got 4 multiplied by 36 over 12, you get 12. So we use the formula S equal to P bracket 1 plus I bracket power of N. So substitute in the formula. So 11,102.3 cents equal to X bracket 1 plus 0.00875 power of 12, and then settle the amount in the bracket. Then you got 1.11020,345, and then find the X. You should use 11,102.03 over 1.11020,345. Then you get X RM 10,000. So for question B, the question is determine the amount of interest earned. So we use the formula I equal S minus P. So the substitute 11,102.3 cents minus 10,000. Then you should get interest RM 1,102.3 cents. And for the last question in case study 2, compound interest is calculate how long RMX will accumulate to RM 20,076 ringgit 31 cent. So we use the same formula is S equal to P bracket 1 plus I power of N. Then P is RMX, that 10,000. Then S is RM 20,076 ringgit 31 cent. K is 0.035. M is 4. T we don't know. I 0.00875. And 4 multiplied by T, and you should get 40. Then you substitute in the formula. Then you should get 20,076 ringgit 31 cent equal to 10,000 in the bracket 1 plus 0.00875 power of 40. Then the 10,000 you move in the left side. Then the bracket you should settle you should calculate the amount. Then you should get 20,076 ringgit 31 cent over 10,000 equal to bracket 1.00875 power 40. Then the answer of the S multiplied by 10,000 is 2.007631 equal to, in the bracket, 1.00875 power of T. And then we use the log. So log 2.007631 equal 4T log 1.00875. Then 4T equal log 2.007631 divide by log 1.00875. Then you should get 18.00001972. Then the 4 you move the right side, so the amount you divide by 4, and then you should get 20 years. So the T is 20 years.
Annuity. Annuity is a series of equal payment made at equal interval of time. Ordinary annuity certains. Payment are made at the end of the payment period, and the interest and payment period are of the same interval. Money invested every period is understood to mean money invested at the end of every period. Part B, question 1. Lily went to purchase an 85,000 ringgit car, so she paid a 10% down payment. She then pays the balance of the cars with a loan from a bank that charged an interest rate of 4% compounded monthly. Find the amount of her monthly payment for 9th year. As we know, she already paid for 10% down payment. We just calculate for 90% only. 90% multiply 85,000 ringgit, we got the answer 76,500. We need to substitute 0.04 divide 12. And N, we need to substitute M multiply T, so we get 12 multiply 9. So the answer is 108. So we use the formula A equal R, open bracket, 1 minus open bracket 1 plus I close bracket power minus N divide by I close bracket. We substitute all the information given. 76,500 ringgit equal to R, open bracket 1 minus open bracket 1 plus 0.04 divide 12 close bracket power minus 108 divide by 0.04 divide 12 close the bracket. We calculate in the bracket first, so we get 90.5717613. So number in the bracket, we moved it to the left, so it will be divide 76,500 divide 90.5717613. So we get the R, 844 ringgit and 63 cents. Question B, we need to calculate the amount of interest charge from her loan. So we use formula I equal R multiply N minus A. Substitute the information given and we get the answer 14,720 ringgit and 4 cents. Question C, after paying for 7 years, Lily decides to settle all the outstanding balance. Find the amount that Lily needs to pay on the 84th payment. For N, we need to calculate 108 minus 84. For the answer is 24. We use the same formula. We use all information given. A equal 844 ringgit and 63 cents, open bracket, 1 minus open bracket, 1 plus 0.04 divide 12, close bracket, power minus 24, divide by 0.04 divide 12, close bracket, and we get the answer 90,450 ringgit and 356.
Okay, so we are going to continue with case study 2 part B. So the situation given was Julia saved 350 ringgit in an account that pays 5% compounded monthly for 8 years. So the first question is, we need to calculate the accumulated amount at the end of 8 years. This question is about annuity. So first thing first, we need to list down all the information given and use the formula S equal R in bracket 1 plus K per M and power by MT minus 1 divided by K per M. And the final answer is 41,209 and 18 cents. Question B. Calculate the amount of interest received by Julia at the end of 8 years. Use the formula I equal I. Again, we need to list down all the information and use the formula I equal S minus R times N. Again, we need to list down all the information given and substitute it into the formula. So the formula that we are going to use this time is I equal S minus R times N. Substitute the amount into the formula and the final answer is 7,609 ringgit and 18 cents. Alright everyone, so we're moving on to the last question, which is question C. Julia add 5,000 ringgit to her saving accounts but stopped her monthly installments. How much did Julia have in her account in 10 years from her initial savings? Of course, we need to list down all the information and substitute it into the formula. Using the formula, which is S equal P in bracket 1 plus K per M power by MT. We need to find the accumulated amount in 2 years, which is from the end of the 8 years to the 10 years. Using the formula S equal P in bracket 1 plus K per M power by MT and substitute all the information into the formula, and you'll get the answer 5,524 ringgit and 70 cents. And then we need to find how much Julia have in her account in 10 years from her initial savings since she stopped her monthly installment. As we can see at the timeline, the amount at the end of 8 years was 41,209 ringgit and 80 cents, and we call it as S1. Meanwhile, the accumulated amount in 2 years was 5,524 ringgit and 70 cents, and we call it as S2. So we need to find the S3, which is the amount in her account in 10 years. And we just need to calculate the amount of S1 and S2. The final answer is 46,733 ringgit and 88 cents.